she get? Do people still call her posh much? Does she get that? I guess she gets it in the press.
She's
maybe.
down in my phone as posh.
Are you for posh?
Yeah, she's just, she'll always be posh.
Oh, that's so nice. What does she call you? Is it still Golden Balls?
She's called me a few things. She said to me before the show tonight, she said, just don't say anything silly. I said, no, you're the one that says the silly things, not me. So, no, it's every now and again it's Golden Balls.
And is there a kind of angry name she has for you when she's cross with you?
I really couldn't say that, even for the last show. Anyway, yeah, and I have the problem with, I do the housework and I like to...
Do you hoover? Do you like to
hoover? I like to hoover.
What do you listen to when you're hoovering? You put the music on, or you like...
kids running around.
So you don't hear that. And the kids, you've got the three boys, of course.
Yeah, three boys.
I hope you don't mind me saying this. I was out in Los Angeles for my wife's work. She writes movies now. We were out there briefly, and we're staying in a hotel, and the hotel has a lovely kind of breakfast area. And while she was there, I was upstairs. I was probably in the gym. This don't come cheap.
I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah, you agree with me. And she said, you came in with your boys. I think it was, I don't know if it was all three, was it?
Yeah, it was all three.
And she said they sat down and they had and you said hi to afterwards. But she said what was so sweet was the boys were so charmingly well behaved. And she said, and afterwards, as you leave, she heard one of them say to you, Daddy, thanks for taking us for breakfast, Daddy. And she said it was just the sweetest thing. Yeah. And they seem, I just met one of them, what sweet little boys.
Do you know what? They are really sweet boys and they're well behaved because me and Victoria, our parents were strict with us and we was brought up in the right way. And my mum's here somewhere in the...
She's here this evening?
Yeah, she's here. And, we want to bring our boys up the way we were brought up. We've got a fun house. They run around, they sing, they dance. They love Pineapple Studios, actually.
Don't we all?
Funnily enough, yeah. They love Louis. And,
you've got to have a bit of Louis Spence in your life.
Yeah, of course. So, they're very polite boys, like your wife said, and, I think that's the way they should be. They're very grounded boys. They... my 3-year-old Cruz, he's been saying please and thank you and excuse me since he was 3 years old, and that's the way. There's no reason for them not.
Big on the manners.
Of course, there's no reason for them to be. They have their bedtimes. Cruz is 7:15, Romeo's 7:45, and Brooklyn's 9. So it's important.
David, when they're in bed, if one of them's facing the wrong way, do you turn them around so they're all looking the same way? Because you've got an odd number there. That can't be good for you, having 3. You've got to go for number 4. David, you need number 4 to balance it out. When are we going to see number 4?
You know what? We're really enjoying our 3 boys at the moment. They're at a great age.
Are you trying for number
4? We're always trying.
Now, here's the thing. There must be pressure on... Not on them as such, but certainly people are thinking, I wonder if they're going to be... footballers. I wonder if they'll have the skill their dad has, because you do have incredible skill. Do you see that in them? Is that something you would encourage? Is that something you'd be keen for them not to have to do? Because obviously the pressure's there.
I would love them to go into football. At the moment they're calling it soccer because they've got proper American accent, full American accents.
Do you think the world will call it soccer before long?
I'm sure, if America have anything to do with it, they will, because they're such a powerful country and they believe, they believe in football.
Well,
so
they did well in the World Cup, didn't they? They did pretty well.
It will get bigger and more, it will get bigger.
When are you playing again? When are you fit enough to play yet, or nearly there?
I'm 4 months almost after surgery. I wasn't meant to run until 4.5 months, but I started running 10 days ago.
So that's the Jackie Chan approach, right there.
Yeah, might as well. If not, I'll end up in hospital. So.
But it must be driving you a bit crazy, hasn't it?
It is. It's killing me. It's not playing football. It's something that I've never had to. I've never had such a bad injury. I've broke a bone in my foot, broke my arm and ribs, but apart from that, this is the worst injury I've had.
And so when you get back in the game, and I don't want this to be a depressing question, but sportsmen playing at your level of the game, they have a limited period when they can keep that and compete with the younger players. How long do you think you got left in you at the very top?
I still believe that I have... I've always said that I don't want to retire from England. If I don't get picked again, then I don't get picked. But, I want to be available. And if I have the chance to play for the country again, I've played 115 times and I want to keep playing. So if I get the chance, then I believe that I've still got a lot to offer for the country.
Now, you recently went out to Afghanistan to visit the troops out there. Yeah. There's a shot of David out with one of the boys serving out there right now. How did that come about? How did you get out there? What did you get to do with them? How long were you there?
Well, obviously, since the guys have been out there, you know, I've always wanted to make that trip and wanted to go out there. But obviously, with playing and the training and the football schedule, I've never been able to. So as soon as I got the injury, I said, you know, to my manager, I said, you know, I really want to go out to Afghanistan. It's something I've wanted to do for a while, and we contacted the right people, and they said, right, we can make it happen this certain time. So I arrived at the base, and we left at 6 o'clock in the morning, and we landed in Dubai, and then we got on the C-17, which is this huge military plane.
Like a transport, yeah.
Yeah, and I was on there with 140 troops, most of them, which is incredible. You know, these kids are travelling over...
And they are just kids, aren't
they? To fight, and they're 19, 20, 21 years old. And, you know, I was on there, and then within half an hour of landing, we have to put body armour on, helmets, and they turn all the lights off in the plane, and there's no windows in the plane. And then all of a sudden you circle over, and then you go in fast. So then we land, and then, you know, I'm staying with the guys, I'm, you know, eating breakfast with them, eating lunch with them.
So you did what they did. You
did exactly,
you had no different
because,
treatment. You flew in the same way they did. And...
It's something that I always do when I do something. It's important to do something like that, and, you know, I don't need any special treatment. I wanted to stay with the guys, eat with the guys, and, you know, we had bacon and eggs in the morning,
so the food
chicken
was,
curry.
It
was great. And then Angel Delight. I haven't had Angel Delight for years.
You don't have to go to Afghanistan. You can still get that here.
So then, you know, I spent 2 days meeting all the guys, and I think what is great about being in my position is the fact that I can go somewhere like that, and we get the awareness that everybody needs to realise what these guys are actually doing. You know, these young kids are going over, fighting for our country, and they're working in 54 degrees heat with armour, with full everything on. And, you know, I look and I think my mum and dad, you know, are really proud of me, of what I've achieved. You know, what must these parents think of what their children, their husbands, their wives do in Afghanistan? You know, something as you know, as a English person, we should be really proud of that, and really support our guys. And it's something that I want to do in the future. I want to raise awareness. I want to raise, you know, money for the families that have lost, you know, their loved ones. And I think it's so important to be able to, you know, tell people, because until you actually go there and visit the guys and see and talk to them, and look in their eyes and see that fear's there, but they know that they've got a job to do and they know what they're doing. And speaking to them, they actually feel like, you know, a lot of them said, you know, we feel as if we've forgotten over here. And I said, actually, do you know what? That's one thing. All of you will never be forgotten, because what you're doing out here is, you know, the most amazing job I've ever witnessed.
How great to have you here, David. Thank you for joining us. You know, I've been a fan of yours for many years, and like everyone in this country, I saw you become a star when you were a young kid, and then to see you grow into such a fine example of what a man in the limelight can be. Really, you're an exceptional person.
Thank you very much.
And I thank you for being here. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. David Beckham. Are you going to stay for the music? Okay, we'll sit down, we'll stay for the music. He's going to stay for the music. Okay. Thank you, David. That was great.